Hi Banat, this is hopefully a very quick video inshallah for lesson 3.5. I know many of you have faced problems with recalling this lesson as we started this lesson before the finals and we completed the lesson last week. Anyways, inshallah this is going to be a very helpful video. I gathered all the examples that were in the PowerPoint. I'm gonna go through and explain how can you solve rational equation. First of all, rational equation is just a normal equation, but there is one second, this is not working. بلشنا تخلص حلو. Okay, yeah. So rational equations are normal equations, but where you have a fraction or rational expression. So just a two-side equation where a term or maybe many terms equal to a term or many. But there must be a fraction in either of the sides or maybe both of them, okay? This is a rational equation. So how can we solve rational equations? The best way to do that is to try your best to have the equation written as a fraction over a fraction equals to another fraction over a fraction equals to a fraction, and then you can use cross multiplication. I'm gonna show you how to use cross multiplication to solve rational expressions, okay? So the goal is to try to find x. We want to find the value of x that would make this expression valid, like this side is actually equals to 2, okay? How does that work? Basically, first of all, you have to make sure that you have on both sides one fraction equals to, here we have only 2, so rewrite the 2 as a fraction. It's going to be 2 over 1. And then use cross multiplication, denominator with the opposite numerator, multiply them, write them anywhere if you want, right or left, it doesn't matter. 2 times x plus 4 equals, and then numerator with the opposite denominator. This is a cross multiplication, so 1 times 1. So here in this step we got rid of the fraction, no more fractions, normal equation. So 1 times 1 is basically 1 equals, I said 1 plus 1, it's 1 times 1. Cross multiplication, you're supposed to multiply. Anyways, 2 times x is 2x, 2 times 4 is 8. And then solve normal two-step equation. Basically take the 8 here, it's gonna be negative 8. Now you have what? You have 2x equals 1 minus 8 is gonna be negative 7. Then obviously I have to cancel the 2 by dividing 2 both sides. And at the end you have x equals 7 divided by 2 is 3.5 but negative. This is the value of x that would make the equation valid. Before you go, I have to, we're gonna see that in a minute. You need to check extraneous solutions, okay? What are extraneous solutions? They are basically the values of x that would make the denominator equal to 0. So where is my denominator? It's here. This is my denominator. When is this gonna be 0? Just go on the side and see when is this denominator gonna be 0. So solve, find, take the 4 here, it's gonna be negative 4. Now you have x equals 0 minus 4 is negative 4. So when the x is negative 4, I have an extraneous solution. Extraneous solution is the value of x. If you plug it in the equation, negative 4, the denominator will be 0 because negative 4 plus 4 will be 0. I don't want my denominator to be 0. I don't want that to happen. So basically, my domain should not have this solution. Like, I shouldn't have this case. We don't like to divide by 0. Like, this is undefined, or basically infinity, or undefined, whatever, okay? So the thing is, if my solution was, subhanallah, surprisingly, the same as extraneous solution, I'm going to say that this solution is rejected. It's an extraneous solution. If it was not the same, I'm going to just act normal and say, okay, this is a very nice, lovely solution, no problem here. Anyways, let's do this question. Again, make sure you have a fraction equals another fraction. And then use cross multiplication. 1 times 1 is basically 1. And here 5 times x minus 3. 5 times x minus 3. خلاص no more fractions. Then just simplify. 5 times x, 5x, 5 times negative 3 is negative 15 equals 1 times 1 is 1. And solve. Take the 15 here, it's gonna be positive 15. Now you have 5x equals 1 plus 15 is 16. Obviously you have to divide by 5 both sides. You have x equals 16 over 5, it's gonna be 3 point something. Just search it out, like find it in the calculator. This is your solution. Just check on the side extraneous solutions. How do we check? Look for the denominator. This is my denominator. When is this gonna be 0? Solve. Take the 3 here, so it's gonna be positive 3. Now x equals 0 plus 3 is 3. When the x is 3, it's gonna be an extraneous solution. I don't want it to be extraneous solution. Alhamdulillah, my answer is not exactly 3. It's 16 divided by 5 is 3.2. So it's not 3. So this is an accepted normal solution. طيب, let's see here this example. We were talking about extraneous solutions. What if I have something like this? عادي بنات, يعني it's not creepy, it's not scary, alhamdulillah, at all. What you have to do is, you need to, as I said, you need to make sure that your equation looks like this. A fraction equals another fraction. So you can use cross multiplication, okay? Now, this case is not here, like we don't have this, because here's my equal sign. On this side, we have 2 fractions. On this side, we have 1 fraction, okay? طيب, what should I do? First, I need to make sure and guarantee that this end up being 1 fraction. How does it work? I can't add fractions with different denominators. Here, the denominator is x minus 5, and here the denominator is x minus 3. The best way to guarantee you have the same denominator is, or to combine with different denominators, take this denominator and multiply this whole fraction with it. So 1 times x minus 3, x minus 5 times x minus 3. And then do the same for the other one. Take this denominator and multiply this whole fraction by it. So it's going to be x times x minus 5, x minus 3 times x minus 5. And what you have to do is, to write your answer, just write one denominator, which is going to be obviously both of them, x minus 5 with x minus 3, and the numerator will be the following. This term, which is x minus 3 times 1, plus this term, x times x minus 5. Okay? This thing, we took it in lesson 3.4 or 3.3, I'm not sure, adding rational expressions. That's it. This is how you combine rational expressions with unlike denominators. Just take this denominator and multiply it by this one, plus take this denominator and multiply it by the other one, and then divide it by both denominators. Okay? Equals to 2 over x squared minus 8x plus 15. Okay? طيب. Here, expand, obviously. 1 times this one is going to stay the same, x minus 3, plus x times x is x squared. X times negative 5, it's negative 5x over x minus 5, x minus 3 equals, here if you try to factorize this, your a is 1, your b is negative 8, your c is 15, mod 5, I think it was, mod 5, 3, yeah, 5, 3, put your a, b, and c. If you try to factorize it, you're gonna get x equals 5 and x equals 3. How can I factor using these solutions? Just rewrite it as 2 brackets, but use opposite signs. So instead of 5, you're gonna have x minus 5. Instead of 3, you're gonna have x minus 3. This is how you factor. You're gonna know in a second why did I factor. Now, there is a very nice property. صراحة it's a very, very nice property. You can keep it on the side. It's a very good option to go with instead of cross multiplication. Again, cross multiplication cancels out for you the fraction, but you have to multiply. But there's a very nice property where you don't have to multiply and still you will be able to cancel a fraction. The property is, if you have a term, let's say A, whatever the term is, over B equals to some other term, C, over the same denominator B. Like, you have two fractions equal to each other and they have the same denominator. You can do a very nice property. You can cancel out these denominators and end up only with A equals C. This is a very nice, lovely property that can cancel out for you fractions without the need to multiply anything. And guess what? We have this case. We have the exact same denominator on both sides. So you can just easily cross that out. Now what do you have left? I want to combine صراحة here. X with negative 5x. So basically 1 minus 5, it's negative 4x. And then you have the x squared. I'm going to put at the beginning just because I prefer standard form. And then you have negative 3. Okay? Equals 2. Okay, so far, now from here I can start solving. خلاص, I got rid of the fraction. No more fraction. I can start solving from here. Now, a very wise step to do here is to move everything to one side. If you remember in the previous lesson when we took solving equations, like the very basic step you have to do is just gather everything on one side. So take the 2 here, it's gonna be negative 2, and here you will have nothing, 0 left. Equals, what do I have? X squared minus 4x, negative 3 with negative 2 is negative 5. Now, to solve this, put it in the calculator. Bas. You're gonna just go through mod 5, 3. Your A is 1. Your B is negative 4. Your C is negative 5. And the solutions will be ready. X equals 5. This is the first solution, first value of x. X equals negative 1. That's it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. These two values of x will make the equation equal to 0. These are the zeros, these are the solutions. Now, obviously, as we agreed, you don't stop here. You have to go back to your original equation, the very original equation, and find all extraneous solutions. But miss, we have many denominators here. You find the extraneous solution for this one, then this one, and then this one. And then you say the common numbers all together. Anyways, extraneous solution here is the number that would make this denominator equal to 0. Obviously, it's 5. Right? Here, it's 3. If you still don't know how did I get it as 3, this should equal to 0. So go through x minus 3 equals 0 and think, how can I solve this? Move the 3 here. It's going to be 3 positive. X equals to positive 3. Now here, this one equal to 0. X squared minus 8x plus 15. To solve a quadratic equation, use the calculator. Mod 5, 3. If you plug your quadratic equation, you're going to get 2 zeros. At x equals again 5, subhanallah, and x equals again 3. Which makes sense, لأنه أصلا كطلعوا the same denominator. Anyways, so shortly, all my extraneous solutions are basically, I don't want the x to be what? 5 or 3. These are my extraneous solutions. And I don't want them to be these numbers. This is basically the domain. The domain is when like x can be anything except the extraneous solutions. Tamam? Now look at your solution. I have a 5 here. So I'm going to say that this solution is rejected. This one is fine. It's not 3, it's not 5. Accepted. This is rejected because it's an extraneous solution, as we saw here. I don't want it to be 5. It ended up being 5, so I'm going to reject and say that this is a restricted, rejected, extraneous solution. There's a restriction here. It cannot be 5. طيب, let's take one more example. Hello, this is a nice question as well. Again, we have a fraction equals to, not one fraction, two things. So I need to try to combine these. Again, change the 7 into a fraction so we can like see how can we combine them. How do you combine fractions with different denominators as we agreed? Take this denominator. Don't need to do that, but yani, multiply the whole fraction with it here. And then take this denominator and multiply this whole fraction with it, which is x minus 2, x minus 2. And how do you write your answer? X minus 2 times 7 plus 10 times 1, which is 10, over the both denominators multiplied, 1 times x minus 2. That's it. Why is it plus? Because there's an addition here. So the first new numerator plus second new numerator over both denominators, because both of them will have eventually 1 times x minus 2. Anyways, equals to, here we have 5x over x minus 2. 1 times x minus 2 is basically x minus 2. ما تغيرت. Who remembers any nice property here? If you have a number over some denominator that equals to another number, or maybe the same one, doesn't matter, over the same denominator, you can cross out the denominators and say that the numerators are equal. So I do have two denominators equal to each other on both sides of the equation. It works only when you have equation, equal. Not addition, subtraction, please. Yani, we don't want to see takhabis. Cross out the denominators. Now you have 5x equals 7 times x minus 2 plus 10. Yalla. Plus 10. And solve. Yalla, expand. 7 times x is 7x. 7 times negative 2 is negative 14 plus 10. 5x. How do you solve a one-step equation? You can move the 5 here. So you're going to have here 0 equals 5x will become here negative 5x. 7x minus 5x is 2x. And these two together will be negative 4. And then obviously move the 4 to the other side. It's going to be positive 4 equals 2x. Divide by 2 both sides. X equals 4 divided by 2 is 2. If it was not clear, حاسة في صار هيك كتير steps. هين أرتب حلي أنا مش راضي عن نفسي رغد. I don't like your work رغد. Anyways, مو مشكلة. Okay, now this is me. يلا, 7 times x is 7x. 7 times negative 2 is negative 14, and you have the positive 10. Equals to 5x. As we agreed, move everything to one side. Now you have what? Here we don't have anything. 0 equals. These two I can combine them. 7x minus 5x is what? 2x. These two I can combine them. Negative 14 with positive 10. Negative 4. From here, let me take this on the side. 2x minus 4 equals 0. Let me solve this. Move the negative 4 to this side. Positive 4. Now you have 2x equals 0 plus 4 is 4. Then divide by 2 both sides. X equals 4 divided by 2 is 2. Now you can go directly, but quickly, بسرعة. Check extraneous solutions. I have only two denominators. They are the same thing. It's enough to check the extraneous solution here. It's at x equals 2. This is my extraneous solution. I don't want it to be this. Guess what? The solution for the equation was an extraneous solution, so therefore it's rejected. Bas. Easy. Let's solve this question. Here, see or not, the domain is x cannot be the extraneous solutions. Anyways, let's solve this one. Again, I have two fractions. I need to combine them first. Remember, my goal is to have what? A fraction equals a fraction. Okay? Here I have a fraction equals two fractions. So I need to combine these. They have unlike denominators. So this whole fraction, I'm going to multiply it by 4. So times 4 times 4. And this whole fraction, I'm going to multiply it by x minus 3. X minus 3. X minus 3. So 4 times x is 4x. Okay? Minus x times x minus 3. Okay? Over what? X minus 3 times 4. So you just multiply the denominators. Minus 3 times 4. Okay? Equals to, obviously, here we have 3 over x minus 3. Yalla, bismillah. So let's see. Obviously, from here, I can what? I don't have the exact same denominator. عادي, cancel the common ones. So you can cancel x minus 3 with x minus 3. As long as this is multiplied with 4. يعني, if it was for x minus 3, you cannot do that. But if it was 4 times this term, like 2 multiplied by each other, you can cancel one factor from here with one factor from here. If it's confusing for you, عادي, go with cross multiplication. طبيعي. Do this times this equal this times that. عادي. It works كمان, but it's gonna be a bit longer. Anyways, I'm gonna cancel this out. This is just a very nice shortcut. Here, I'm gonna have only 3 equals. Here, I will have 4x minus. Let me simplify this. X times x is x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. Make sure to keep a bracket because there's a subtraction here. Subtraction is a very sensitive operation. You should make sure to use brackets whenever you have subtraction because you need to distribute it later on. Anyways, I still have a 4 as a denominator. It was not cancelled yet. Hello? So let's see how can we get rid of that 4. Okay? So since we have a fraction on the right side, then rewrite the 3 as a fraction on the left side and use cross multiplication. 3 times 4 equals 1 times this. 1 times 4x minus x squared plus 3x. See? Subtraction والله يعني صراحة صداع بس you have to pay attention at subtraction. Anyways, yeah. Okay, 3 times 4 is 12 equals. With practice حتصيروا شوي like you're gonna get used to it. So here 1 times anything is just the same thing. So no need to like do anything here. Just 4x minus x squared 3x. The best thing to do is just take everything to one side. I'm gonna take the 12 here. It's gonna be negative 12. So I'm gonna have this equation. 0 equals. Yeah. First of all, I have negative x squared. I'm gonna write it at the beginning. Then I have 4x plus 3x, which is 7x. Then I have negative 12. Put this in the calculator. Mod 5, 3. Your a is negative 1. Your b is positive 7. Your c is negative 12. First value at x equals 4. Second value at x equals 3. Bas. Before you finish, just check extraneous solution. Go to all denominators here. Obviously, I have here, this denominator is not counted because I don't have a variable in the denominator. So ignore it. This denominator is, I need to check it out, just equal it to 0. Take the negative 3 here, it's going to be positive 3. X equals 3. This is my extraneous solution. So the domain is basically x cannot be the extraneous solution. It cannot be 3. because here it's the same one, no need to repeat it. خلاص 3 بس هي مش أرس. Anyways, one of them is rejected. I cannot have the 3. The 4 is accepted عادي because it's not an extraneous solution. بس. Let's do this question. يلا. Again, I have two fractions. I need to combine them. So I'm going to do the following. This whole fraction times this denominator. Sorry. N minus 4. N minus 4. Then this whole fraction times this denominator. N plus 5. N plus 5. Yeah. So it's gonna be what? By the way, some girls prefer to do it step by step. Like actually do n minus 4 times n over n plus 5 times n minus 4. في بنات they prefer to do each fraction separately first. Then here n plus 5 times 1 over n minus 4 times n plus 5. And then they like to see the same denominator. ويحكوا subhanallah, we have the same denominator. Wow, what a coincidence. They would like to go through this. n minus 4 minus, and keep a bracket please. 1 times anything is just the same thing, but please keep a bracket. لو سمحتوا. Whenever you have a subtraction, anything that comes after it, just keep a bracket until you distribute the subtraction. Anyways, over ويحكوا حادي بادي عمي قال لي عبي زبادي, choose one of the denominators. I'll choose this one. Doesn't matter. Just n plus 5 times n minus 4. Okay? It's the same thing. But I don't like to waste my time. I'll just do it quickly. If you want to go through it step by step as you like. As long as you get it right. Anyways. طيب. Here on this side we have n plus 2 over. I'll factor this quickly because I like to see the factors in front of me. So my A is 1, my B is 1, my C is negative 20. It's gonna be 1, 1, negative 20. The factors are 4, x equals 4, x equals negative 5. So I'm gonna write the factors with opposite signs. So it's gonna be x minus 4, x plus 5. Subhanallah, we have two fractions with the same denominator. Cross out this denominator. Now what do you have left? We have n plus 2 equals this thing. Let me distribute here. N times n is n squared. N times negative 4, it's negative 4n. Distribute the negative. Negative times n, it's negative n. Negative times 5, it's negative 5. Hello? And then put everything to one side. Take everything to one side. The 2 will become negative 2. The n will become negative n. Now rewrite your answer. Here I don't have anything left. خلاص. Equals n squared first. I only have 1 n squared. Then the n's, we have negative 4n. Negative n, like negative 1n, negative 1n, come on. So 4, 5, 6, negative 6n. And then the 5, we have negative 5 with negative 2. Together they are negative 7. Put this in the calculator. Mod 5, 3. Your A is 1, your B is negative 6. Your C is negative 7, and the two solutions are x equals 7. This is the value of x that would make the equation equal to 0, and x equals negative 1. Very quickly check in extraneous solutions. So I'm gonna go through here. When is this equal to 0? It's when n is 5. This is gonna be 0 when n is, negative 5. When n is 4. And this one, if you put it in the calculator, it will give you also 4 and negative 5. So my extraneous solutions is 4 and negative 5 are not 4 and negative 5. So my domain is basically n cannot be the extraneous solutions. And 4. Alhamdulillah, both answers aslan they are not extraneous solutions, so they are fine. Let's do this question. Yeah. So thank God we have already one side equals to the other side. You can go through cross multiplication. You can directly do cross multiplication, or you can try to factor out. And I'm going to do cross multiplication because I don't want to factor صراحة. So I'll just do 1 times this equals 2 times that. Here 1 times anything is just the same thing. 2 times x squared is 2x squared. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Take everything to one side. The 2x squared will become negative 2x squared. The negative 2 will become positive 2. خلاص, gone. Now you have on the right side 0, nothing left. Here we have 1 minus 2, which is going to be negative 1x squared or negative x squared. Then we have here negative x. Then we have positive 2. Put this in the calculator. Yalla. Mod 5, 3. Your a is negative 1. Your b is negative 1. Your c is 2. The solutions are x equals 1 and x equals negative 2. Now, for the ones that would wonder, if I don't want to use cross multiplication, how can I use factoring? You can do a very nice step here. This is difference of squares. This is basically a squared minus b squared, because the 1 is basically 1 squared. So we know the answer of this one. It's basically a minus b times a plus b. So I can factor this into x minus 1 times x plus 1, right? And then obviously we still have the numerator equals. Here I can take the x common factor outside. Just take x outside, you still have x minus 1. There's a hidden one. X minus 1. And you can cross out the common denominators. This with this one cancelled out. Now what do you have? We have 2 over x equals 1 over x plus 1. You still have to do cross multiplication. يعني هيك you have to do cross multiplication. It just simplified for you the thing you're gonna multiply with. Anyways, 2 times this equals 1 times that. And then 2 times x is 2x, 2 times 1 is 2. Then 1 times x is x. Take the x here, it's gonna be negative x. Now you have 0 here equals 2. 2x minus x is basically x. Sorry. And then take the 2 here, it's gonna be x equals negative 2. Now the only thing that is not really cool about this factorization is you're not gonna find the other solution. So yeah, exactly. I'm not sure what was the other solution. أصلا أنا نسيت. What was it? Wait, I think it was أصلا an extraneous solution. We did not check extraneous solutions. Oh, I can't go back. Anyways, I'm not gonna go back صراحة. Anyways, make sure to check extraneous solutions. طيب. Yeah. Let's do this question صراحة and then I'm done. I'm so done with this video. يلا. So we need to combine these two fractions. هذا يعني pro level. It's a very nice question. A very nice step here is don't rush into multiplying this whole thing by this fraction. Allahu Akbar. Factor this. You're gonna see now why you have to factor. Factor this with the calculator. I can rewrite this as 2 over. Instead of x squared plus 5x plus 6, use your calculator. Your a is 1, your b is 5, your c is 6. You will have negative 2, so you write it as x plus 2. Obviously, take opposite signs. Negative 3, so write it as x plus 3. Hello? Plus x over x plus 2. Now, see, we both of them have already x plus 2. What's the missing term? X plus 3. This is the missing one. X plus 3 is only missing, so I can only multiply the other fraction by x plus 3. So only multiply this fraction by x plus 3. No need to multiply by everything. 3x plus 3. See, this method is called LCD, or combining fractions using LC, least common denominator. Yes. So the only thing I need to multiply with is x plus 3. This is the missing factor. Now you're going to see here, x times x plus 3 is going to be x squared plus 3x over what? X plus 3 times x plus 2. Plus 2 over x plus 3 times x plus 2. See? I have the same exact denominator. خلاص. Just combine the numerators. X squared plus 3x plus 2 over that common denominator. X plus 3 times x plus 2. بس حياة حلوة ما يبالة ترى. Anyways, equals, we have هذا السكر اللي هون, we ignored it. Anyways, bring this down. 2 over x plus 3. Now we said something about having the same denominator on both sides of the equation. Since I only have x plus 3 common, just cross the x plus 3. Keep here the x plus 2. Now my equation will be, let me remove this and write down the equation, will be, of course, x squared plus 3x plus 2 over, I still have x plus 2. Okay? Equals, here I only have 2. خلاص, there is no x plus 3, they're gone. But I can just write the 2 as 2 over 1. It's fine. طيب, now what do? Since we still have a fraction, you can use also cross multiplication. يعني although we cancel denominator, but still it requires at some point to use a cross multiplication if you still have a fraction left. تمام؟ يلا. 2 times the x plus 2 equals this thing times 1. X squared plus 3x plus 2 times 1, just the same. Yellow, 2 times x, it's 2x, 2 times 2, it's 4, equals, and 1 times anything is just the same thing. Now what do? Move everything to one side. Move the 2 here, it's gonna be negative 2x. Move the 4 here, it's gonna be negative 4. Now here I have 0. Here I have only 1x squared. The x terms, I have 3x and negative 2x. Together they're gonna be positive 1x or positive x. Then I have positive 2 with negative 4. Together they're gonna be negative 2. Put this in the calculator. والله الدرس صراحة سخيف. 1, 1, negative 2. The answer is x equals 1, x equals negative 2. These are the two solutions. Obviously, we have to check what extraneous solutions. So just go to the original equation and check extraneous solutions. How do we check? If you have a small term like this, x cannot be, or the extraneous solution is the opposite of this, negative 3. Here the extraneous solution, opposite of positive 2, which is negative 2. Here, how can I find extraneous solutions? Put it in the calculator. Mod 5, 3, the A is 1, the B is 5, the C is 6. Is going to be x equals negative 2, x equals positive 3, which are basically the same thing. Done. And then what can we do is, we can see clearly that negative 3, x cannot be negative 3, negative x cannot be negative 3, sorry. Yeah, negative 3 or negative 2. And I have here negative 2. So this is rejected. 1 is fine. It's not an extraneous solution. Anyways, we're done with this lesson. If you want, obviously you want, go through the questions from the PowerPoint and do some extra practice worksheet. Good luck. يعطيكم العافية.